Ladies and gentlemen, hello again. This is Matt Cat here with the Behringer HA400 microamp. Now, I've made two separate videos, previous videos on this, and they really weren't getting good ratings, and I can honestly completely understand why, because they were both made with a terrible, terrible camera, and they're both very unfocused, very poor videos, so I'm going to completely make a new review on this for you guys. So, like I was saying, Behringer HA400 microamp comes in this packaging here, which is actually pretty nice plastic packaging. I was almost expecting it to just come in a really crappy box, but here it comes in this nice plastic packaging, and it's not. I know you're seeing this right now, and it's one of these things, and you're probably thinking, oh, that was a pain to open. It really wasn't, because it only had these two staples right here holding it in place, one here and one on the other side, and it's not like glued together or like plastically stitched together like some of those other ones where you have to completely cut into it. This one was pretty nice. The amp just came in this top compartment, and then you can just kind of open this up, flip this piece of paper back right here, and there's the manual down here, and also the wall adapter was down this compartment along with a small piece of foam. So that's how it was packaged. On the front here, just pretty much tells you what it is, some general stuff. Ultra low noise 4580 operational amplifiers for outstanding audio performance, 4-channel stereo headphone amplifier, all that kind of stuff. Now, I got this amp at Best Buy for, I believe I got it for about $24, which was a great deal. I just happened to have a spare gift card laying around, and I picked it up, and I could not be happier with this product for the price. So, let's just get into it. Out of the box, obviously, this is all metal, believe it or not. This is a silver, it's kind of thin, it's kind of cheap metal, but it's metal nonetheless. It's just a silver, glossy metal finish, and I was really, really impressed. I expected it to be like some sort of plastic. The pictures almost make it look like it's some white plastic, but it is a silver, glossy metal. And on the bottom here, it just has these stickers. General stuff you'll find on the bottom of electronics. Some screws here, metal screws. And then the dials right here. And I actually really like these dials as well. They are plastic. However, they are good. Like, they have some resistance to them, and you can feel they're solid. Like, you can't just, like, turn them around, and they feel solid. They feel like they're solid. It's not, like, super easy to turn them. It's not super hard to turn them. It has that nice, like, soft resistance to it, and it feels really nice. Now, getting on to this amp, it's made so that you can hook in one audio source and have 4 headphones out of it without any sort of gain reduction. And if you don't know what gain is, all that means is pretty much volume level. So if you were to just stick like a headphone splitter in your iPod or some portable device like that and try to hook like 4 headphones into it, the headphones would not be receiving enough power to play at a proper volume. And the sound quality would definitely receive a detriment from that as well. So that's what this is made for, so you can hook up something, and not necessarily a portable device, because you do have to hook it into a wall, so it's mainly made for home use, but that's pretty much what it's made for. Input goes right here, and then 4 headphones right here, as you can see. Now, it does use a wall adapter, a simple 12-volt AC wall, or DC wall adapter, excuse me, which the tip is right here. And I have it plugged in over that way, and I didn't really feel like unplugging it from the wall, but we all know what that simple 2-prong plug-in looks like. It's not a 3-prong, it's just a 2-prong. It does not have a grounding prong, so you could hook it into any normal extension cord. But as you can see, just right here, you hook it in right here, and that powers it on. And I actually need to turn on my power strip really quick. Didn't realize that that was off. And as you can see, right there, it turns on. There is no switch. As soon as you plug it in, it turns on and this green light comes on, so there's no switch. So you really don't want to leave this plugged in, because not only will it somewhat, it's just unnecessary, and even when things aren't being used, they still drain electricity. And also, it could potentially burn out the amp, I would assume, if it was constantly plugged in. So I usually leave it unplugged, and the wall adapter I leave unplugged, because I don't want that to burn out. So you do have to use 1/4-inch adapters, unfortunately, with this micro amp. It does not just take normal adapters such as 3.5mm right here. You do need a 1/4-inch adapter to make this work. Now, pretty much to make this thing work, push those cords aside. Pretty much to make this work, all you have to do is, so you have a 1/4-inch adapter here, and as you can see, it says input. So you would take anything, you know, iPod for example, anything like that, you would take it, and you would, what you need is an auxiliary cord, or some sort of cord coming out of your audio device, that can hook into here. Now, whether it's already a 1/4 inch adapter or whether it's a 3.5 millimeter like this, you simply, like, say you're using an iPod, which is what I'm going to assume is what would mostly be used with this, or even a computer, something along those lines. So then you take that and you hook it in here, and then you take the other end of your auxiliary cable. Now, this is kind of a crappy one. I do have a nicer auxiliary cable, as you can see the tip of it right here, but it's kind of all wired up behind my desk. I have a good setup going, so I don't want to mess it up. And so you take that and you simply hook it into your audio device right here, like your iPod, and then you would turn that on. You know, you go into music, whatever it may be, and looks like I was listening to some Skrillex. I mean, anything. You play your music, and as long as you have headphones hooked up into your other audio right here, one of the headphone jacks, and you have the volume turned up, that's how you use this. So again, it takes all 1/4 inch adapters, does not take normal 3.5 millimeter adapters, or I believe those are 1/8 of an inch if you want it in inches, but you do need a 1/4 inch adapter for this device to work. So again, input goes here, and then you can hook in any headphones and you will hear whatever is being played from your music source, like an iPod, computer, what have you, any of those general iPod sources. Now, not only will this make it so you can split an audio source to 4 headphones without any volume reduction or not sacrificing any sound quality, but it will also actually increase sound quality, especially with over-ear headphones with higher impedance. Now, all impedances, if you really don't know what that is, it's the amount of energy that a headphone uses, the amount of power it takes to make that headphone play at an optimum level. And it is represented in ohms, which is that thing where it's kind of like an O, but it goes like 2 straight lines and then an O, and that's all that is. It's the measure of pretty much the power that the headphones use to play. Now, anywhere up to about 32 ohms is pretty much what an iPod or a portable device can handle without sacrificing too much sound quality. Anywhere over that, and the headphones, if you have them plugged into something like a portable device and they're over 32 ohms, they will not play to their full potential because they will not be receiving enough power. And this headphone amp will actually somewhat eliminate that problem. That is not the main purpose of this amp, because amps that are made for that are made so that you can use them with like high power headphones, you know, really high-end headphones, like the Sennheiser HD lines, like their open back headphones, all those really professional headphones that have extremely high impedances, like upwards of like 200 ohms, I think. That's not really what this is made for, but it does serve that purpose somewhat well. Nonetheless, it does power up headphones more than what an iPod would be able to be. It does have a higher output. It does give your headphones a little bit more juice. So it will give you an overall improvement in sound quality if your headphones are over 32. I have tried these with various different headphones. Sony MDR XB500 sounded a little better with this. Republic Trax HDs sounded a little better with this. Audio-Technica ATH M900, I believe. They're a headphone of a buddy of mine. There's some closed-back audiophile headphones with a relatively high impedance. Sounded pretty good with these. Now, mainly where you will get improvement with sound with this headphone amplifier is the mids and the highs. Because most headphones nowadays, everybody's pretty much, I'm just going to say it, everybody nowadays is extremely naive, they're extremely ignorant, and all they think that matters in music is bass, which is completely false. Bass is not supposed to be as powerful as it is on all these new headphones coming out. Like the Republic Trax HDs, however, I purchased those knowing that they would be extremely bass heavy, and I wanted that for sports. But that's not how music is naturally supposed to sound. So if you have a headphone that is bass heavy, like maybe even Beats, I hate mentioning Beats in my videos because I absolutely hate the whole Beats by Dre lineup. It's extremely over-marketed. It's a complete joke. It's a complete like marketing scam, simply put. And but the main area where you will see improvement in sound quality is the mids and the highs. This headphone amplifier will bring up mids and highs far more than anything else. The bass will pretty much remain the same. However, the mids and highs, you will see a little bit of an upbringing in the amount that is there. Like, say you have a headphone like Beats where they're bass heavy, and the mids and highs are kind of recessed, this headphone amplifier will bring up those mids and highs a little bit more to where they're a little bit louder, a little bit more prominent, and you will be able to hear them a little bit better. Now, also this headphone amplifier will be able to push your headphones simply to a higher volume level than your average sound card on your computer or your average portable device. It will be able to make your headphones simply go louder to the fact where they have a higher decibel level. You will never really need to turn your headphones up all the way. Like if you have your iPod turned up all the way, like if you have it like the volume set like all the way forward, like all the way up there, and then you turn this up all the way, your headphones will be very loud. You should never listen to headphones that loud. But having said that, that is something that this micro amp is capable of doing, is bringing up the general decibel level of your audio device, whether it be headphones or even speakers, because I'm actually using this on speakers right now, because I like to simply have, when I come home, I set my iPod on the table, I like to have one cable hooked up and have that be my main cable. I don't like having to switch back and forth between cables if I wanted to listen to headphones versus my speaker setup. So I actually have my iPod always hooked into here, and then my speakers are also hooked into this, and then my headphones are also always hooked into this, so it's very convenient. So, out of 10 stars for the price for this product, I'll give it a straight 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, simply because, one, you have to use 1/4 inch adapters, which is actually what most headphone amps take. But since this is kind of a more consumer grade headphone amp and not a professional grade headphone amp, I would honestly expect them to realize that they should make this use 3.5mm headphone jacks, not your giant 1/4 inch adapter, because a lot of consumer people, you know, people that just listen to normal headphones, don't listen to professional headphones, aren't necessarily going to have these laying around, so that can kind of be an issue. So yeah. Again, this is about a $25 headphone amp. Makes it so you can split your audio source into 4 different headphones. Built metal, solid, the dials are nice. Gives your headphones an overall improvement in sound quality. However, if your headphones are extremely balanced, like audiophile headphones, or even just like balanced headphones in general, like my Audio-Technica earbuds, you will not see too much of a difference in sound quality because they're already so balanced. But if you have, like I said, a bass-heavy pair of headphones, you will see an improvement in sound quality with this headphone amp. So this has been Mad Cat here, redoing my review of the Behringer HA400 micro amp. Mainly because my first one, well, my first 2 reviews, you could say, because I had 2 videos on this, they were just god-awful, and I was frankly embarrassed. So hopefully this review is a little bit better. I hope you guys liked it. Comment, rate, subscribe if you feel the need to, and I'll catch you guys later.